And we are live.
All right, James, we're good. How's sound?
Yep, it sounds good. They go
Sally, you hear
live
me?
on Instagram.
Yeah, I can hear you. It's
It'll
We'll
it'll
give
go.
everyone a chance
There
to
you go.
load.
It should go live now.
all right.
But
Perfect.
for my live feed, I'm here with the Cleveland hair boss. Oh, I just got your notification Instagram. Sally. I've been following you for a while, and I think the raw, authentic personality, your own personality you bring to Instagram and just to the industry, I love watching it. I enjoy it. And I obviously learned so much from you. But what really stuck out to me, I think it was like this week, you had a post and you were at a class and just how you hugged every
Mm.
person, like so authentic and caring. And you loved every person I walked through that door. And then
Yeah,
as an
your comment
educator,
was so sweet.
no, it was awesome to watch. Like like when you watch somebody in their zone and doing what they love to do, like that video should just play over and over again so someone knows what that looks like. That was awesome.
Thank you. Thank you. No, it's I got to tell you, like when when you kind of I think when you step into your calling,
Yeah.
right?
No,
When you
you
step into
feel
your
good.
calling because you don't have to fake anything.
Mhm.
You don't have to fake it, and it's not what you do, it's who you are.
Yeah.
And honestly, I've seen that in you, even just the evolution over the last year. Like I don't know, you start to step into who you are, and it's less about what you do, and it's more about how can we
Being you.
serve,
Yeah. Exactly. How
right?
can we
How can we serve?
even when we're tired, like you're like, oh shit, I gotta do this thing again. But then as you're
Hmm.
doing it, it just lights you up and it just feeds
Mm,
you. It's like it's like doing hair. And
yeah.
it's like you don't feel like going to work some days and like you do your client and you're like, your client's having a bad day and you just wow her with whatever color. She's going through some shit in her life. You cut her hair, you blow her out, she spit it in the mirror, and you completely changed her life. And like that
Yeah.
moment is what gets us going. Like it's what I loved about doing hair.
Oh,
And then
I mean, that's it. There's the energy. It's I you know what I feel very very passionately about this, and that's like the perfect like lead into is like I'm actually in the process of finishing up a course book kind of thing that I'm working on creating,
okay.
and I truly believe that our industry is the only industry in the world where we actually activate all five love languages. Like
Love that.
really think about that, right? And so it's like I can't think of another one because there's five love languages, and we physical touch, right? We touch everybody, and then acts of service. So we're providing these services, and then words of affirmation. I mean, often we are the only time that person is ever going to hear, you look great, I see you, I hear you, I whatever, and then quality time, right? How many times people sit in our chair and they just like let it go, right? It's this undivided
All the
attention
time.
that people only may get that one time in that 8 weeks. Like they go home and their husbands ignore them. They don't have friends. They don't have, who knows, right? Who knows? And then gift giving. And so the giving of the gifts of not just our time, not just our talents, not just our caring, but how many times I know that I have given maybe the gift of a service or the gift of a product or the gift of shaving their head or whatever that is. And so, I've had people say, well, what about doctors? What about lawyers and this and that? And I'm like, yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Ours is the only one though that you leave better for it.
100%. I think the
You
industry
know?
saved. You take a look at people maybe in recovery as well. Think of how
Yeah.
many lives our industry saved
Oh
just
my
because of the
goodness.
love languages. Like
Absolutely.
because it's just such an invigorating thing. It's exhausting too working with the public, like dealing with
Oh, it's an
clients.
energy suck.
Yeah,
Come
but
on.
there's just the highs and lows are so amazing.
Hmm.
It's like some days are amazing, some days you feel like driving your car through a building, but that's what makes our industry like. That's what makes the good days the good days.
It
When
is
it's
what makes
easy,
it. Listen, we need the darkness to see the light.
yeah,
I'm very passionate about that. I teach that in my placement with purpose classes, but that's in life too, right? If we don't have those dark times, it's impossible to differentiate what's good, right? And so sometimes those days
that's why I got to
help the
give
good ones
like
outshine.
give it gratitude. Just no, it's sucks. Thank you for it sucking right now because tomorrow's gonna be
That's
a better
right.
day. You
That's
know,
right.
the five
That's
love
right.
languages is actually one of it's one of the things I base my curriculum off of one of the lessons. I call
Maybe
it the five
that's
leadership.
why. Maybe that's why we like each other, because
I
we're
call it
both
the five
attracted to
leadership
the
languages.
same thing. See?
And it's like, because as an owner of a salon, you have your clients are your stylist, and you have to communicate with them. And sometimes you're like, oh man, I gave her a bonus and she still doesn't like, she didn't respond to it. That's not her leadership. That's not her love language.
Right.
That's not her
I love
language.
it.
All she needed was like a pat in the back and you to acknowledge her, and you would have saved $100 in a bonus.
Yeah.
You know, so it's so funny for owners like, well, my team, I can't get through to them. Well, are you speaking their language? Can they hear what you're saying?
Yeah.
Because a lot of times they don't.
Well, it's funny you say that, because I remember when I owned a larger commission salon. Did I lose you?
Nope. I'm back.
Are you there? All right. When I owned a larger commission salon, I had 10 to 20 commission girls, and excuse me. And I innately, and it wasn't, I don't know that I learned this anywhere. I think I learned it by trial and error. And it kind of lines up with what you're saying. I innately knew that creating the same goal for everybody, it just didn't work. Right? It just didn't work. I had one girl that worked for me. She was so inspired and driven by money. She was so driven by making money. Then I had another girl that was just driven by days off. And I had another girl that was driven more by compliments and quality time and getting getting promotions and things like that. And so I learned the hard way that I almost was making individualized goals. I'm not saying to do this because it was a lot of freaking work, but to make those individualized goals to meet people where they're at, because we're not all inspired by the same thing.
It's honestly, Sally, it's not hard anymore.
You
can just record your
good,
conversation.
because I don't have plays anymore, so I don't know how hard it is.
So if you have a team, just document your conversation, record them, take the transcript, run it through AI, be like, hey, based on the 5 love languages, how do you perceive this person's language, and what would be a great way for me to communicate with them moving forward? And
I have to tell you, that's one of the things I love about watching you. And when you show up in my page, I don't even have a team anymore. It's just me. I don't have renters. I recently just got rid of my last salon. I'm in the process of opening just a small suite for me to record in. I love it. Yeah. I've never loved anything so much in my life. No, I'm just kidding. Everything has a season, right? Everything is a reason, a season, or a lifetime. And so I believe that the hair industry, the beauty industry, that's my lifetime. But salon ownership has had its seasons, and I've had some pretty tough ones, but I've also had some very glorious ones. But right now, I don't have a team. I don't have employees. I don't even have an assistant yet. I don't know if I ever will. But because I've had that, and because I travel around the world and I teach in so many salons, and I work with so many salon owners that are suffering, and they're struggling, and they're stressed, and they don't know what to do, and this and that. That's where I'm like, when I see you pop up on my page and you drop these really gracious and generous nuggets of information to the salon owner, it's just, honestly, it still hits me where I'm at and gets me excited. And I'm like, all right, Nick, shut up, because I don't want employees. Okay.
I honestly, the reason why I have these nuggets,
excited about it again.
I got my ass kicked so bad trying to be an owner and in business that I just speak about what didn't work for me. And then I reverse engineer it to be like, oh, well, if these 10 things didn't work, there's one thing left. I bet you that can work pretty well. And then I test it out. I'm like, oh shit, that does work. Only took me 10 tries to figure it out.
Dude.
And so if I can just help someone not go through the first 10, that's what I love to do.
It's amazing. It's amazing. So have you ever filed bankruptcy?
So what?
Have you ever filed bankruptcy?
No. I've been pretty damn close.
Dude, I did. Listen, I lost everything in this industry. I lost everything. Well, it was what was it? When was the housing market crash?
Oh, it was 2012? 2008.
2011, 2012 or whatever.
2012, yeah.
Is that when it was?
Yeah.
So I lost everything. I lost my salon. I lost my house. I lost my car. They repossessed my car in front of my kid. When I tell you, oh my God, I definitely had experienced it. And that had me go from, seriously, the salon owner that was flying by the seat of my pants and guessing, and everything was based on emotion and on what felt good and this and that. While I was losing everything, I was opening another salon. There was
you're a worker.
I don't even know how.
You just trying to outwork.
Yeah. I was just
Yeah.
like, well, I guess that didn't work. I'm going to try again. Right.
Yeah.
But then I did it totally differently. And similar to you, I stopped making emotional decisions, and my decisions were based on facts. They were based on function. They were based on, doesn't mean I didn't screw up. Trust me when I tell you, I still screwed up, but
Yeah.
I was able to remove the emotion out of it more. And that led me to be able to sell that salon for a profit. So I was able to, as you say, reverse engineer. I'll tell you what, I know what the hell not to do. That's for sure.
So for an owner right now who's in that position, like he or she are like, you know what, I think I'm going to file bankruptcy, and they're upset. What advice would you give yourself during those moments of darkness that you needed to hear that maybe someone could hear right now?
Oh my God. Okay. So there's so many, and I don't even know. I want to be careful because I don't even know what the right answer is. But like I was at such a place where I had given up so much control at that time of my life that I was giving all. I gave like who is now my ex-husband. I gave him control of the money. I gave someone else control of my books. I gave someone else control of the inventory. I gave someone, because I was such a full-time operator, working 60 hours a week in the salon, if not more, and a mom and a wife and all the things, that I just wanted someone else to take care of it. And if there was anything that I wish that I knew then, what I know now, is that I would have learned how to understand my numbers, how to understand like some of even the most basic business principles, and did the hard thing and learned the hard thing, because that ultimately was my demise, that I just kept passing it off so that I could keep producing. And that was never going to pay off.
No, I mean, if you feel like it is because you're, all right, cool, I'll do 5,000 a week. Oh, I'll do 6,000, do 7,000.
I mean, the amount of money I was producing was insane, but it was never enough.
Yeah.
There's only so many hours in the day.
Yeah, you got to leak your bucket. And like water, as much as you put in, it's always going to flow out.
Yeah. And so that's where I wish I would have learned early on, that it doesn't all have to rely on me. And
but
that,
then, well, 80% done by somebody else is 100% awesome. Mm-hmm. But you just have to inspect what you expect. So it's like, all right, do the numbers, come back to me, check it out. Like, that doesn't make sense. How did you get that?
But I didn't even know to ask those questions. Yeah. That's like what I'm getting at, is like, you've got to have a handle on it first before you pass it off.
Yeah.
I think that's what I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's what I mean.
Yeah.
It was such a foreign language to me. It was everything, we're not taught business in beauty school. They might be now. I'm a barber. I wasn't taught. I didn't even, I was taught how to do a fade, and that was about it. Okay. So anything I learned was from the school of hard knocks. I never went to college. I never, any of that stuff. So hindsight, I wish I would have surrounded myself with more successful business owners than I did with successful hairdressers, or than I did with fun hairdressers. Or
that was the biggest change in my life. When I got, I love this industry, but I got out of it and got around people who are like 100, 200 decamillionaires. Like the way they
smartest
speak,
thing you ever did.
It's just like, I'm like, wow, I didn't know that. And then I just reverse engineer it, apply it to our business. But just getting in those rooms and being around those people, it was life changing for me.
Well, you are who you hang out with, right? We're the product of the 5 people we spend most time with.
You are. And you look at them like, they're not different than me.
Right.
Like the difference between the $10 million a year hair salon owner and the negative about to go bankruptcy, it's not much. It's obviously
right.
You can do it. They just decided to put themselves around the language that's happening, be around people that make better decisions. But if you start making better decisions, your life will completely change.
Well, I think also to add to that is when we start showing up consistently, like it's consistency too. I had a really strong problem with staying consistent. Like the ADHD was like real. And even that, I had bad habits that I just allowed to rule me. And I don't want to say I wasn't open to learning new ones, but I think at that space in my life, I was so distracted by the chaos that I struggled to find order. And so that's where I wish I had order. I'm sorry.
You were consistently doing hair. You were
I was sure as shit was consistently doing hair. That's for sure. But I'm from the business aspect, the showing up consistently in my understanding, the
areas you had to show up in.
Yes. I didn't want to. It scared me. It was uncomfortable. I didn't like it. And but I learned the hard way, because I do now. You know,
So
I do
you're
now.
an educator, right?
I am.
Obviously.
Yeah.
And so that's a business in its own.
Yes.
And you show up
I-
consistently in that business.
Absolutely.
So
I
you
have
just
to.
meet, like, you love it. Owning a
I do.
salon, you just may not have loved. Like some people out there, like you're doing it because you think that's what you need to do. Because
Right.
that's the evolution. Oh, I'm good at hair. And then that
Yeah.
one client or your husband or a boyfriend or someone's like, you should own a salon. Why are you giving away your commission or what? No, dude, like you could be happy making a lot of money behind the chair and then go invest in real estate.
I agree.
Go put your money
I
somewhere where it
agree
can grow
with
for you.
that.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, it went back, and you know, you got to remember, I'm like a Gen X hairdresser. You know, I've been doing this for a super long time.
We're not
We
far
didn't
off in age,
have.
by the way. You know that,
Listen,
right?
I think we probably are, but
But
like
I started doing hair in 97.
you did.
Yeah.
Okay, so when was I? 92.
I got really good.
Okay.
I use my wife's skincare, so that's why.
Yeah, I was gonna say. So who's your injector? My God.
No, I have nothing.
So I'm just kidding. I'm
It's
just
a
kidding.
new filter right now, to be honest with you.
Well, no, so like back when I was coming up in the industry, a lot of the things I did were like, I don't know, it was, I think it was really divine, to be honest. Like I was pre-booking before pre-booking was cool. I was selling retail because I believed in it. I was doing like all those things that was not common then. Right. And we didn't have social media. We didn't even have a lot of education. Like there was 2 hair shows a year, maybe. And if we were lucky, we could get to them. So it was just a very, very different time to be alive in our industry. So the natural next step for most of us in our industry was that if you were booked and busy and like busting at the seams, you opened a salon, you know, and that's what you did. And it's like, you know, you started to feel like you wanted your own culture and you wanted your own this and you wanted to grow something and all of that stuff. And I don't think I totally disagree with you that I don't know that I ever truly did love salon ownership. I loved serving. I loved the clients. I loved the meeting them at their deepest need. I loved the 5 love languages I got to share.
Mhm.
I did love loving the stylists that worked for me. I loved that. You know, I did love that.
I think a micro salon is something that a lot of people overlook because they think bigger is better. But a 3 to 5 chair
agree with you.
salon that
I
you
agree.
now could spread yourself out in, have room, and then have like 1 or 2 good people popping in there part-time that you don't really have to micromanage. And I think that is a home run for.
Well, you're
that.
hitting the nail on the head because that's what killed me was I went from a micro salon that was making money. It was busting at the seams. Profitability was sick. I didn't even have to know how to run a business. Whoops.
You don't?
For that. I didn't. Honestly, it was like crazy. It was less than 1,000 square feet. I had 4 chairs. We were busting at the seams. I was making so much money. I didn't know what to do with it. I had so much Louis Vuitton and Gucci. I couldn't stand it. Well, then I decided to move to a 4,000 square foot space. That's not moving locations. That was a beast that I was not equipped to tame.
What'd your rent
I
go
was
from?
not.
From a micro to the big space?
My rent was $700. Are you kidding me? What is wrong with me? Honestly, I still question it. $700, and it went to I think it was $3,000 a month, maybe $3,500, something like that, and it was disgusting. And I look back, I lost everything.
Which still isn't bad, but to
But that
operate
many
a
years ago.
it is, but to operate a 4,000 square foot place, it's huge.
Oh no, I know, but I didn't know what the hell I was doing. I had $100,000 build out. It was just.
I'm telling you, it wasn't like, it wasn't easy peasy.
It wasn't a salon. I had to build it. I had to no. It was a beast. I was not equipped.
That's the big space. So
Huge.
the rent for this, that's a lot of the 4,000 square feet is the air conditioning, the heat.
Oh my God.
That is really what killed you. Cause you could have worked behind the chair with no expenses and cover that. It's just like, no one takes that into consideration. Plus your build out. I had a conversation with somebody, awesome stylist. I think she's renting a chair.
Mhm.
She's renting a chair and she wants to go to a salon. And between the build out and the rent, I was like, what are you doing? Like, you're never going to make that money back.
Right.
You're never going to make that. It was like $300,000 you want to invest into a
Oh
salon.
God.
After you got to pay commissions, you got to cover the rent, the electric. What if the air conditioner breaks? It's triple net.
Oh
Who's
my
going to
God.
shovel? Who's going to plow the snow? You're paying for that
Yep.
too. I was like, go somewhere small. Take over a salon.
Yeah.
Find someone, 5 chairs. I promise you right now, you're not because in everyone's mind who's listening, your first salon probably isn't your last. It's not going to be like, you can always move on from there.
Yeah.
Like, nothing's permanent in life.
It's true.
So for a lot of people, they're like, oh no, I'm going to build out the perfect salon now. No, figure out what the hell you're doing first.
Yeah.
Then worry about building out once you figure out the profits and the numbers and the money.
Do it
the
cheap.
conversations.
If you're going to open the salon, do it cheap.
So here's a fact. My salon in Florida cost us, I think, 38 grand for the build out today, like a couple years ago. Our rent is under $2,200 a month.
Amazing.
It's in just shy of like 2,000 square feet.
Yeah.
And I don't sweat.
Yeah.
Like, it's
That's
just
beautiful.
And my friend breaks my balls. She's like, "Where'd you get your furniture from, IKEA?"
Yes.
I was like, "Dude," I got it from China online somewhere.
Beautiful.
We got the chairs from here.
Yeah.
Like, his space is 10 grand a month. He has the Cara Belmont, everything. He stresses every single day. His team walked out on him. It's like,
yeah,
dude,
I know.
My team could walk out on me. I could teach 2 classes out of there if I want in a week and cover rent.
Exactly.
So
exactly.
I want to touch on something because this is what I love to teach on. And you're doing it actually. And so you might have heard me speak about it, the personal economy. No?
Tell me.
So in our industry, I think we're so blessed because we have the ability to create our own economy. And not even like, I love multiple streams of income is important, but we could do that in verticals. So when you're good at services and you're amazing at cutting, coloring hair, the next thing is product, or the next thing is knowledge. Yeah. So if you create like a balayage board, that's your product you can sell to our peers, or you come up with a product line like a hair serum, you sell it to the customers. That's the evolution. Or if you're really good, create a digital product, a digital program online, education, you sell your knowledge. Okay. And so if you get really good at selling knowledge, well, then you just back it up with the products that you're using. And so you have this vertical where you could be in a small salon doing $300,000 or $500,000 a month with a digital program, with the products that you're creating. And I think for people out there who are like, you can't make money doing hair. Yeah, well, I could make good money doing hair, but if I want to make really great money, 100% I could, just not behind the chair. Yeah. And it doesn't mean I have to leave and open a salon. It just means how can I take the knowledge of my brain, my career capital, and how can I monetize that while helping other people?
Well, that's the thing. And honestly, that feels like it's so funny because that feels like the next step for me is I'm so passionate about our industry and I want to heal our industry. And I truly believe that part of the reason why so many of us are so like tired and exhausted and God, I hate to even say this, like getting cancer and like all of these things is that we're working ourselves to death because we don't know how to do anything else. Right. I mean, that's just what we were taught to do. And you strap yourself to your chair and we use chemicals that can hurt us and we just keep going. And there is a better way and it doesn't have to be an all or nothing. And the beauty is like, for me, I've been able to evolve through our industry. I've never had to leave this industry. I've been not just behind my chair. I have had the gift of evolving my career through this industry over the last 34 years that I started as a stylist and then moved into a salon owner and then an educator for brands and then into my own independent education and working hair shows and doing all those kinds of things. And so I think it's that many of the professionals in our industry and then to moving into digital products, as you were sharing and things like that, many of the professionals in our industry don't realize that I don't want to say it's not that hard, but if you would just do it.
It's a lot of work, but it's not that hard.
Right. It's a lot of work, but it's not that hard. It requires consistency. It requires learning a new thing. It requires getting a little bit uncomfortable and vulnerable. And it requires showing up. But truly, if you want it, it's not that hard.
Which I love about you because I'll pop on your morning live sometimes. And you're walking in the morning, your hair's fucking bananas.
I look like I crawled out from under my bed.
I laugh. I'm like, I fucking love
I don't
her.
give a shit.
She just puts the camera on and like just talk to people and you tell it like it is. And like it was in the beginning stage, like I like to come online all the time. And I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna walk and talk.
Do it.
And like you gave me like a lot of inspiration for that too.
Good.
I show up consistently as much as I could. Like, who cares about my hair? And sometimes you'll look at the video like, oh my God, like what's that on my face? Like, oh, I'm not going to post it. Post it.
Post it. It doesn't matter. No one cares.
People today, like, because we're like now with AI and with photo editing and everything else, the hairstylist who's close to our age, who's not good with technology, the one thing the 22-year-old can't do that you can do is go live and not need a filter. Hey guys, I'm going to do this today. Here's how my
Yeah.
placement is. Here's the formula I'm using. Let's come in the back.
Yeah.
I'll tone it. You pick your formulation. You are going to be the expert without having to hide behind a filter or a cap-cut edit. So for those of you, just be you.
Yeah.
And then you will attract the people and you will get trust from them.
Yeah.
So
Well,
show-
authenticity is truly the attractor, right? And I think that, and that's what I guess if I say if that's the compliment, I take it as a huge compliment. Anytime someone is like, you're so authentic, I'm like, oh, thank you, because that's the goal, right? I want you to know the real me, and I want you to be, I want you to get comfortable with the real you too. It's like the world needs more of your magic. Like we need you. We need the real you, right? And it's like there's enough trauma and chaos and distraction in the world, And so that's the beauty of our industry is that,
and you're going to attract, if you're an owner, you're going to attract the people to work for you because of your personality. They're going to know you, what you like, and same for clients. Like, do you want to be doing hair and have clients sit in your chair that you just don't like because you're pretending to be this person online?
Yeah.
Don't just be fucking you. If you like
it.
horseback riding, jujitsu, if you like dunking your Reese's peanut butter cups, which you shouldn't be eating anyway, in fluff, who cares?
Right.
Like, just do the things that are fun for you. And then all of a sudden your client's like, oh my God, I do that too. And then she's your biggest extension client who happens to have 50 people that she sends to you.
Oh my God.
You weren't you, she didn't come to you.
Yeah. No, it's true. It's very true. I had someone reach out to me. Oh, I'm sorry. Well, I just, to close on that, I had someone reach out to me and she sent me a message. She goes, I hope this doesn't offend you. She goes, but I love following your page because honestly, you're kind of messy and you make me feel way less bad about myself.
Yeah.
She's like, I feel like I can show up who I am because you show up in the mess that you are. And I'm like, I have never gotten a bigger compliment in my life.
That's awesome. It's a compliment because you're you.
It really is. Yeah. And I don't share that to say, look at me, look at my compliments, look at this. I truly share that to with the hope that it hits whoever needs to hear. Just show up
because the online space is brutal. It is brutal. Like the comments, like there's some jerk off right now, but the bro is not Tony Robbins. I see it on my chat. Some guy on.
I can't. You know what? I can't see my chat, to be honest. I don't think my thing went live.
Like that's so. Okay. It might have been. Who cares? You're good.
Yeah,
it's a YouTube chat on Nick's YouTube.
Oh, that's why. Okay.
Yeah. So, but you're going to post, and it's not even the stranger sometimes, right?
Yeah.
When you start coming out like we do on social media, and it's your friends, it could be your wife or husband. It's like, hey, what are you doing? Why? Like, no one understands what it takes to have a personal brand.
Oh.
And if you look at guys like Gary Vee and the people who are just like the epitome of a personal brand, like he's been saying this for 20 years, more than that.
Yeah.
It is really hard. And even someone's like him or Alex Hormozy or some geniuses, who do you like in the industry too? Who does a really good job? Jacob Kahn.
Oh, yeah.
Like when he trolls his trolls, I fucking love that. But,
I know he gives it right back. It's hilarious.
Yeah. But look how good he is at cutting hair. I think he's a hair cutting genius.
Yeah.
And people are talking shit to him who probably
just shows the insecurity in themselves, right? I honest to God, you know what, people may think I'm crazy. I literally pray for these people. I literally do. And I send them messages or I'll I had one girl come at me so hard. She actually she didn't like what I was saying about applying hair color to damp hair, I think, or something like that. I don't even know. It offended her so much that she took the time to share me to her stories and made a 7-story thing about me and how wrong I was and be careful, I'm dangerous and like all of these things. And I was like, what is happening? Like, what is happening right now? So I sent her a message. I said, you know what? It seems like there's something going on. I'm not sure what it is that, I said or shared that ignited this in you, but I would love to pray with you if that would work. I mean, that pissed her off even more, but like,
that's why I do it.
That sent her in a total tailspin, but I don't know. It just, I think the one thing that is truly important, and you have this because like you said, there's this guy saying you're no Tony Robbins. Well, here's what I want to say. First of all, no one said you were trying to be Tony Robbins. You are you. You are the gift of you. You have a very genuine.
that he would
Yes,
put me in that category. Like,
absolutely.
comparing me to him.
Right? I listen, huge compliment. That's what I'm saying, you know? And so when people share those things and you know, it's those keyboard warriors, right? It's like you're 10 foot tall and bulletproof behind a screen, right? But they wouldn't say it to your face. And I just truly feel it says so much more about them than it does about you. Right. And so I think
I
more
feel bad for them.
people, I do too. And it makes me sad because that's got to be a really sad place to be, that that how lonely are you, or how much do you loathe yourself, that to get interaction and to have any type of human connection, for it needs to be in a negative way, right? It's there's got to be something to give. And so, but I think that's where the authenticity and the just showing up, if we're able to get ourselves to a place to understand that, you know, we have to put on, I mean, not just the full armor of God, but like to have a thick skin, you know, because it's not about you. These negative comments, it's not about you. It's not about me. It's not about them. It's about the person that said it, you know?
I had a client and she went through some shit. This is years ago. And like everything we did was just a little off. She had something to say. The foil should have been like a millimeter that way. And at the end of it, I'm going to use Nancy for her name. Like, what's wrong? Like, what's happening right now? I know it's not about the foil. Like, what is going on? She's like, what do you mean? I'm like, listen, like, you could talk to me. Like, what are you unhappy about in your life? Like,
Yeah.
And then like the picture just showed me that's when you were 25. You're not 25. You have grandkids. You're a mom. Like, what is it you're trying to achieve right now? And like, I had a heart to heart with her. And my younger stylist was next to me. She's like, I can't believe you said that to her. I was like, well, someone had to tell her. Like, she's searching for this 25-year-old girl. She had lost her husband. Her kids are older. She woke up, looked in the mirror, and now she's in her 60s. Like, it happened to everyone. It just happened to happen to her in my chair, unfortunately. And I had to deal with the wrath of it. But I could have gotten frustrated, fired her as a client, which I feel like that's so overdone nowadays.
I agree. Oh my God, I agree.
Like, they're speaking a language of hair to you. They don't know the language. So dissect what they're saying. You're giving them what they're asking for, but they don't even know what they're asking for. So you're blaming them for the problem.
Oh my goodness. So
all
those hair pages.
Oh my God. Like, I won't even bring them up, but we got done with her hair and she cried and I cried. We had a hug.
Yeah.
And we moved the foil over like an extra inch for her and we gave her the low light. And it was cool. Like, she was a client forever after that.
Yeah, of course she was.
Hear that? And she messaged me and she's like, I just got to say thank you very much for having that conversation with me.
Yeah.
Because she went from salon to salon to salon.
Oh.
And it was like, it was cool. You know,
yeah.
And I knew it wasn't her. I knew it wasn't me. Yeah. But had I been like a young stylist and had I been like 2 years behind the chair, I
you would have
gotten broke.
walked away. Yeah.
You know,
you would have walked away or gotten rid of her or whatever. Yeah. For sure.
So
well, because it's not taught, like, you know, Nick, we learned the hard way, really. You know, I mean, again, you're much younger than I, but we learned the hard way. Like, we didn't have like the social media to hide behind. We didn't have, I don't want to say just to hide behind, but we didn't have all of this stuff. Right. And so it's like, I tell people all the time, I'm like, I was pimping myself out for 12 hours a day in 4-inch heels trying to find clients, you know, I mean, that's what we did, you know, and it was about relationship. It was about human connection. And so much of that has been lost along the way. And it's to nobody's fault. It's just been what the world has become, right? We have this gift of social media if we allow ourselves to see it as that, right? Some people see it as a hindrance. Some people see it as a gift. Some people see it as a distraction. But back before the gift of social media, we had no choice but to develop relationship with our clients, and sometimes to a fault. Let's be honest, sometimes to a fault. We didn't know what boundaries were. We didn't know, you know, that's all, you know, learned. Yeah, I mean, please. But I think that's the difference too. And that's something that isn't being, I can feel how passionate you are about that. I'm so unbelievably passionate about teaching human connection, because it's something our industry, I think, is for a while there lost because of social media and because of everything was so screen based, and it was less about human connection and more about texting and things like that. Like, I remember I was on a live one time and I shared, someone asked about, you know, something about clients. I can't remember. And I was like, listen, one of the things that I do that I don't know, you might think is crazy, is instead of sending a text, I send a voice note. I want them to hear my voice, even though I may not have time for a phone call and to sit on the phone and answer all these questions with every single person. But by them hearing my voice, they get a snippet of my personality.
Yeah.
Right. They get a snippet of knowing. And so that's where I think we've kind of lost along the way. But what I will say is the desire for it is coming back. And so our consumer shifted too after COVID, but I feel like our consumer is starting to shift back again.
Yeah.
To more of wanting those experiences like what you just described. Our clients want to feel seen. They don't mind paying a premium if they feel like they're getting the value, right? They're not interested in sitting in the chair for 7 hours. Like it's honoring their time, respecting them as humans, right?
Yeah.
Because that we lost that human connection along the way somewhere.
I tell all my team members who are new, who are getting a lot of new clients, I think it goes across the board for everybody. When a new client comes in, shoot them a text, like, hey, you got a minute for a call? You're coming in on Wednesday at 10 o'clock. Hey, Sally, just to let you know, we have amazing coffee. Skip the Starbucks. Are any allergies I should know about? And
Love
like
it.
a creamer of this, just so they hear your voice, because I feel people, they don't show you for no reason. They could be sitting in the parking lot. They may just have so much anxiety about the last haircut they got or last color that they're like, oh, I don't want to go. I don't want to go in there. Or they're going to judge me. They look at your polished Instagram, see you with the Louis bag, and that's not them. They saved up this appointment and they're afraid to be judged. So just making that initial contact goes a long way. And then after they leave, as the owner or even you, if you're in the suite, hey, if you got a couple minutes, I just want to know how the experience was. Just take 2 minutes tops. Shoot the text first and then call them, because calling someone off the bat is weird. And then
isn't it? It is so weird.
It's like, why are they calling me?
Oh my God.
It's like Archie Bunker when he's like, God damn it, who's calling my phone?
My voicemail, if you ever call me and listen to my voicemail, it says, I don't check this voicemail, so hang up and text me, because I'm not going to answer the phone. I'm just telling you.
And my father will like leave me a voicemail too. I'm like, it's your dad. I guess you're not home. I'm like, no, I'm on my cell phone, Dad. Like, no, I'm not home. I'm like, I saw you call. You don't have to leave me a voicemail anymore. But just call them after and just be, hey, how was it? Like, Sally, you left me a 5-star review. Thank you so much for that. How could I make it 7?
Yeah. Love
and
it.
Then that just goes a long way, especially when they're going to book the next appointment with you. Because if you jack their hair up a little bit, they might be like, you know what? Like, he called up to check on me. I'm going to give him another shot. Or you could be like, how's your hair styling? Well, it's not styling like the way you did it. Come back in. Let me just take a look at it.
Yeah, absolutely.
So it's so easy. Like, I wish I was like 20 years old again to build a book in this industry now.
Oh, wait, I think I'm losing you here.
I think, you froze up on me, but you'll be back in a second, I think. Hey, James. Are you coming back?
There you are.
There you go. You're back. All right, perfect. Like you said years ago, one of the things I did that took my business cards. I think you remember these magazines. Like, remember the hair magazines that were in like the food
Are you kidding?
store,
I was in them. We hosted them at the photo shoots at my salon. Yes.
Oh, really?
Passion.
That's awesome.
Do you remember Passion?
Yeah, I remember all of them. We would have
5 of those books
in the desk.
were at my salon.
I would slam them with my business cards, and I would put
That's
like
amazing.
4 or 5 in each one, and I would put like the Cosmo and all the magazines, women fashion magazines.
Yeah.
And so my client was like, somehow your card like on my floor. I was like, really? That's weird. It's like the hustle, like we had to do years ago to get seen by 150 people, not even 100, 10 people. Like, you could post one thing on Instagram right now or TikTok, and 1 million people can see you.
Yeah.
Good or bad.
I used to actually walk up to strangers in the mall and be like, I would love to do your hair. That would never happen today.
No.
I mean, very rare. I won't say never, but that, like, I've shared that in my classes, and they, like, most of the people go, oh my God. Like, they're an absolute shock. Like, I would walk up to a girl that had hair like Mufasa, and I'd be like, oh my God, I love to do curly hair. I would love to do your hair. And she like literally got choked up and was like, no one has ever said that to me before.
That's wild.
You know? And they're like, you would do that? I'm like, absolutely. Like, it was the most unheard of thing.
If we did that today, if these younger stylists did that today, wow, it would be crazy. They can't even text someone, like the DM on Instagram. Hey, Sally, thanks for following. Are you following for the inspo, or are you looking for a new stylist?
Yeah.
Like, that's my whole shtick. If they say inspo, great. Here's some pictures. If they say I'm looking for a new stylist, awesome. What are your concerns? What are your challenges with your hair? get into the consultation. Like you can do that at scale nowadays. Well, we had to walk up to random strangers and ask them about their hair, which I'll guarantee you, if you did that today. Hey, hey, hey Sally, listen, like I need a model for this behind the chair thing or whatever event.
Mhm.
Like your hair is perfect for it. Can you be a model? Like, would you be open to that? Like, this is the picture I want to do. Like,
Yeah.
that's almost your tone.
Yeah.
And they're going to say yes or no. If they say
Of
no,
course.
okay, go on. Say yes. Guess what? You might have a new client.
Yeah.
If you do that
It's
100
true.
times a day, yeah.
I know.
crazy.
It's crazy.
So, James, I want to break into some Q&A.
Okay.
We got it.
Let's do it.
And can you see if you have a feed at all, or do you never click live?
I did
I don't-
click live, but it
Okay. You
never
don't know where
did
it's at?
anything.
Oh,
I
that's
don't.
fine.
Yeah, I'm not seeing anything on my page.
I think you did go live. I'll see if you're still live or not on Instagram right now.
Yeah, I'm not seeing it on my end, but
You're still live. Yeah.
oh,
All right, cool.
well, wait, maybe. Okay.
All right. Same restaurants, hand out cards. Yep. All right, you're still live. You're good.
Okay.
So if you guys got a question, drop it in my live feed so that James can read the question for you. Okay. Anyone watching right now on Sally's feed.
Okay.
And James,
Lots of comments in the chat. Not so much questions. Hold on, I'm scrolling.
about how good looking we are.
Is it how no
how
one can
good
believe?
Sally is not
They can't
you, Nick.
believe that I'm 53. Thank you.
What do you, real quick, while he's looking at questions, what is your education about? Like, what is your specialty? Like, if I was struggling with you would help me solve it.
So I definitely have some pretty strong areas of specialty, or what's the word I'm looking? I can't think
Expertise?
of it. Expertise. Thank you. So I have created a methodology called Placement with Purpose, and so that would probably be like the biggest foundational thing that I teach. And so it's like cutting your foil placement in half, like. We don't place and pray anymore, like breaking down the head and creating connection around the entire head. Truly, I have people that leave my classes and I get messages constantly. They're like, I cut 30 minutes off my foil time after the first client after your class. It's like, you can't unsee it after you see it. And a lot of what I teach stems from, I was an educator first. I'm an accidental influencer. I never set out to be an influencer. It wasn't what I wanted to do. I was an educator for 20 years before I became an influencer. So my education is a little bit different. I'll never say it's better. Okay. It's not better than anyone else out there that's teaching. It's just that what I'm teaching and how I teach it is a little bit different because I understand the learning process. And so I teach to the ADHD brain. I teach to the learning process so that when you walk away from my class, you remember it, you put it into action, and they're actual tangible things that you can use. Like, have you ever been to a hair show and it's like, swear to God, they have like, they're holding tree branches and they're lighting them on fire and this and that.
I don't know.
Right. And it's like, oh, that was fun, but there was nothing I could put into action. All right. I am so desperate to help our industry professionalize and everyone to make a shit ton of money and to have freedom and to be healthy and to enjoy their lives. And that's why I've come up with and created the methodologies that I have. I just recently released a gray coverage without guessing course. It's a mini course. I'm changing my education right now. I do have long master classes, but I also understand that we as professionals and in our industry, our attention spans are like of a gnat, right? And so we want to learn and we want more. And so I'm creating courses that are going to meet that ADHD brain where it's at. So it's a mini course. It uncovers just about everything you need to know about gray coverage so that you can create your own gray coverage goldmine. I built a 6-figure career on gray coverage. And then of course I know it's the missing link for a lot of art stylists up and coming in the industry because they're just not taught how to understand it and how to make it cool and sexy.
But it's not hard. Like people, it's really
it doesn't
not
have to be.
understand.
When you understand it, it's not hard, right? But if we're told to, take your color with 20 volume and slap it on everybody, I mean, that's not understanding. That's doing what you're told.
Like 50% gray. Okay, what about the hair that's not gray when you lift it up? Well, guess what? You got to cancel that. It's very common sense theory. It's just to me because color is easy.
I think
Cutting
it's explained in a way, right? It's also if it's explained in a way that's easier to understand, that I think sometimes for us in our industry, and I know this was the case for me, when it's so scientific and when it's explained in a way that almost feels like beyond what my brain can like capacitize, you know, or is that even a word? I think I made it up, but like where I can like even, I don't know, I can't even contextualize what they're saying when we get too deep into those big chemistry words. It's like, just tell me how the frick to understand it, like a kindergartner,
So
you know,
this is
because
my
then I'm
teaching
going to be able to do it.
I want to know your opinion on this, because when we talk
All
color, look, color was my thing. Cutting, I struggled with for a while, and then I figured it out eventually.
Yeah.
I'm like, guys, not that hard. There's only 4 things you need to know about color.
Okay.
Is she too dark? Is she too light? Is she too warm? Or is she too cool when it comes to corrective color?
Fair.
Or
Yeah.
does she want to go lighter? Does she want to go darker? Does she want to be warmer? Does she want to be cooler?
Mhm.
And if you lift her and you're doing foils, now what do you got? Is she too light? Is she still too dark? Is she too cool? Obviously not, but is she too warm? Now let's tone that down.
Said nobody ever.
So if you keep playing that off, like, oh, what do I do? What do I do? Just chill out.
Yeah.
Did you overtone her? Maybe clarify her.
Mhm.
Take like, chill out for a second. Like, don't panic and start throwing everything in, like, in a bowl and mixing it on her head. But from that framework alone, I feel like you could pretty much dissect any situation you have when it comes to color. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I think we could expand upon that a little bit,
course,
right?
yeah.
To make it even simpler and easier to understand. But yes,
please.
I mean, that I would say that's the basic foundation of it. I have I think for me, I've learned over the years, it's like when we understand where we're starting, truly where we're starting, and we have a very clear understanding of where we're going, we can uncover what happens along the way to get there. And that helps us to make the decisions. Are we going lighter? What happens through the lightening process? What are the undertones that are going to be exposed? Do I want to enhance them? Do I want to neutralize them? Do I want to utilize them or eliminate them? Like, it is simple if we give ourselves permission to sit in it and make the decisions that are necessary, right?
If this, then that. I'm like, if I do this, then what happens?
Yeah.
If you put blue on yellow, what happens? Okay,
Right.
then let's not use blue.
Right.
Why are you picking the pearl right now? Why are you picking whatever shade?
Right.
So yeah, I love color. James.
Yep. We got salon boss vibes, Tiffany. Nick, do you think stylists who don't invest in education will eventually get left behind? Seeing it happen in my market already.
Okay. I do love this question. There's 2 ways to invest. There's a way for me to time collapse my journey and go to one of Sally's classes, right? That's an investment of my money and my time. Or you can invest your time, sift through all the content online, piece it together, and you might somewhere along the lines come up with the same result. Or you invest your own experience, which might take you 20, 30, 40, or 50 years to figure it out. And a lot of your decline along the way. So if you're not going to invest anything, you're not going to get anywhere. Just know what level of investment and then what is on the opposite side of that kind of investment. Because for me, to time class my journey and sit in a room with you, Sally, for 3 hours and pick your brain about color, to then bring it to my team if I'm an owner or for my own clients, is invaluable. Because if it's $1,000 for that class, let's say, okay, what is that going to do for my book over the next couple months to years? That will compound.
Yeah.
So I think it's the way we look at investment, and we're like, oh, it's a dollar amount today. No, what's that dollar amount going to do for you?
Well, I agree with you 100%. And not even that I was asked about this question, but I think the reality is what is your currency? You know, I've learned this like the hard way as I've gotten older, as I've lived through cancer, losing both my parents and my brother and losing salons and all of kinds of crazy things. It's gotten me to a place where, like, even at this place right now, time is my currency right now. Whereas 5 years ago, right, maybe that wasn't my currency. My currency was more producing money, right? And so deciding and really understanding, what are you willing to invest to grow? Are you willing to invest the time? Are you willing to invest the money? Are you willing to invest the discomfort? Some of it's discomfort, right? Some of us don't like putting ourselves out there. Some of us are learning something new makes us feel like we're less than. So it's like stepping outside of that comfort zone and investing. I agree with you 1,000%. There's many ways to go about it, for sure.
Yeah, I do. I love that currency. This time. I don't want to waste any more time.
I won't.
My 20s I had a great time in my 20s.
Who remembers them? Shit.
Good portion of my 30s, but that was a lot of time. Like a lot of time got wasted.
I was
somewhere
like,
along
wow,
the
you
line.
remember your 20s? I think I was in a field passed out somewhere, but whatever.
Yeah, plenty of those. James, next one.
Yeah, we got Autumn Scheiss. Do you film and edit your own content, and what is your posting strategy?
For you, I believe, Sally?
Is this for me? I do. I film and edit all of my own content. I maybe I'm a little bit of a control freak, but I think that goes back to authenticity. I'm not willing to lose any of my authentic self because I believe that's a part of the attraction and it's important to me. So that's my brand, right? My brand is my authenticity. And so a good tip for
editing?
Yeah. So I use my iPhone. I don't use an external camera. I'm not saying not to do that, but for me, I just use my iPhone, and I use edits now on Instagram. It makes it's so freaking easy. It's crazy. But I also do use an app called InShot that also is very, very easy. And I've now started to, one thing that I do is I will set up my phone on a stand and in my salon, and I'll just record. I'll set it up and I'll almost record almost an entire service of what I'm doing. And then I can go back and very quickly go through and I can edit and I can pick pieces out, right? Or there are times that I will say, this is what I want to focus on and this is what I want to share, And so here's one thing that I want to backtrack a little bit because that's now where I'm at. Right? If you're right now wanting to record, edit, serve, do whatever, here's what I would suggest. We need to change our mindset around social media a little bit. And once we do that, you will uncover your own recording, editing way. Back in 2020, when COVID hit, I had already lost everything. Right? As I shared with you earlier, I already lost everything. I knew I was going to be okay. I had such a heart. My heart was bleeding for our industry. I was so stressed about our industry. And I was like, I don't know what to do, but I know how to teach. And at the time, I had about 2,000 followers, I think, on my Instagram page. I was posting pictures that made me feel good about my work. I wanted people to see my work. I wanted them to think what I did was good. And there was nothing wrong with that. Everything I posted was for my own ego. And again, nothing wrong with that. But when COVID happened, my heart and my mission for my page changed. I stopped posting for me and I started posting for my audience. And I started posting to what would keep my audience connected to me, what would serve the people I wanted to reach. And I started posting that. And I started sharing education and I started showing up live and I started not giving a shit about what I looked like and like all of that stuff. And that truly, I believe, is how you grow a page. You serve the audience you have. You build it and they will come, right? It's that whole, the field of dreams kind of thing. Serve the audience you have.
Right there. I mean, we could wrap it up after that whole, that was an unbelievable piece of advice. That's one of the best advice ever given on the internet in the last 100 years, I think.
You're going to send me this clip, right?
Yes,
I'm just kidding. Speaking of content, no, but truly, and honestly, Nick, and I know, and you already do this, right? Innately, you already do this. But I think that in our industry, are we there?
Again.
Come back. There we go.
All right. I think in our industry and what I've seen around the world, I've traveled around the world and I've seen this and I see it online all the time. And by people that send me messages, we're working so hard to look and be perceived in a certain way. And we make it about us and it's just freaking not. It's not about me. It's about you. And I get it chokes me up because in the end, it's not about me. That God trusted me with a message and trusted me to go through some really hard stuff. And if he would trust me to go through that, how dare I keep it to myself? How dare I keep it to myself and not share it with the world and with an industry that could heal through my own journey? And so that's where, when we start to show up, like I said, I had already lost everything and I knew I was going to survive. And I was so desperate to show our industry that you're going to be okay. You're going to be okay. And so I started to serve the hairdresser. I started to serve the professional stylist and shared things that would keep them connected to me. And so that's what I share with hairstylists. It's like, okay, so who do you want to reach? If you're looking to grow your business behind your chair, well, guess what? Your clients don't care about your pretty pictures. What they care about is why the hell their bangs are sticking straight up and how are they going to do it? Right? What they care about is, why can't I get a cute top knot? Right? How do I cover my gray in between my appointments?
Yep.
And so start serving the clientele that you want to build. And I promise you, they will come.
That's so true. Like the facts you just dropped right now, James. That's it. Show's over. No,
We're done.
Show's over. We're done. Closing it out. See you guys later.
We're good. Autumn, hope you got that. I didn't want to give you your
Thanks,
tip right
Autumn.
now. That was just so damn good. Like, I want to give you your tip for editing now. What I would suggest you to do for editing.
Yeah, do it. Because I don't have any tips, because I don't do anything special. I don't give a shit.
Here's
I
what you
post
do.
it raw and real and stupid.
Screen record your phone while you're editing, because you edit on your phone, right? Or get a second phone to record you while you're editing. Narrate the whole thing or give it a voiceover, and then do that for like 4 or 5 videos. Then you hand your editor that to watch how you edit to get in your brain. And then they literally see how you do it, your motions, where you cut it, and then they could probably pick up where you left off. Or if you needed to get an editor, they know exactly what you're thinking through the whole thought process.
Are you telling this for me or for Autumn?
No, for you.
Oh, well, thank you.
If you ever got like overwhelmed because like you're getting busy, your classes, just
please.
Edit.
I love that.
Because I have editors, but I like to edit my own stuff sometimes. Because if they give it to me, I'm like, all right, just give it to me 2 seconds, and I just cut this.
Well, that's the thing. I'm too much of a control. I'm just to give it to me. Just give it to me. You know, it's that whole like.
It drives me. It drives me nuts because I'm the one who works with the editing team, and I'm like, this is why we have the editing team. He's like, no, I'll just get it done.
It's I'm telling you, that's a hairdresser thing.
It's 2 seconds though. Like it literally is gonna be 2 seconds. By the time I get, and I'm big on the camcorder method. I'll just do it real quick.
Yeah.
You know.
And then
I'll tell them what I did. Now, boom, for James, how good was the last batch that we got?
It was very good. The
last batch is great because I'll edit it and I'll tell them, hey, this is what I did. Take a look at what I posted from what you gave me, and then compare the difference. Because you just want to be able to offload the work. One tip I want to give to people, if you're not good at editing and finding the good spot, film with intention. So if there's a specific client that you have that has a specific issue, like a cowlick or a bald spot or a something, know that when you're doing her hair, but let me turn the camera on, capture that 20, 30, 40 seconds, end it, and then give the solution to the problem, because there's probably 10 other clients or 100 with the same issue that are like, oh my God, that's my hairstylist. That's who I need.
100%. We are the solution.
Curl Girl Bex. Sally, I've been following you forever.
Hey, girl.
What was the turning point where you felt like you actually made it in the industry?
Oh my goodness.
Wow, that was a good question. I think being on this show.
Honestly.
It's definitely that.
Yeah. When I meet Nick in person, that will be the day.
Come to the studio and hang out.
I would love that. Oh my goodness. So I guess it all depends on what we define as making it in the industry, right? I guess that I
think you're so humble. You don't think you made it.
I don't even know. I don't. Yeah, I'm still. Oh,
It's
that's
like that's a great question though.
Yeah, it is. I don't even know. I guess, what does that mean? Because I guess maybe making it in the industry to me is when when I know that everyone's okay. Like that. That's,
I think now, you made it now. Like you did it because you don't need to show up for anyone but the people who you love, and you're in it right now. I think you're in your
maybe it's now. Yeah, maybe I'm in my zone now. I think it's been the last. You know what? I think I understand what she means by that, and like when you've made it in the industry, I think what that means is that I don't want to say like you don't care, but I don't care what anyone thinks about me. I just don't. I'm in my own lane. I'm comfortable in my resources. I know how to make money. I like all of those things. So I think you've made it when you can rely on yourself, when you can rely on your skill set, when you can rely on your reactions and your responses, when you can rely on that. Right. And so I don't know.
I think from a young perspective, we look at this industry in the beginning as like we're rock stars, like the people who are like on stage, like, oh my God, look at them.
Yeah.
Like, I want to do that one day. I want to be a platform artist. I want to be an influencer. And that's not the industry. The industry is Barbara in like a 5-chair salon in the middle of Puttsville, who has her clients who love her. They come in to get the coffee. She's doing great coverage. She has rollers in her hair and she makes money and she's happy and she just loves her life. And she's doing what everyone told her you can't make money doing. Why are you going to do hair? And she put all her kids through college. She pays her mortgage and she's living the life of her dreams. Doesn't even have fucking Instagram. That's who makes it in the industry. It's the people like that. I think
people don't understand like how much money there is in our and how success and money isn't the only like equator of success, but our industry is the most, it's the most slept on industry. And when people say like, don't, I can't, please, I could go on about that for hours and hours and hours.
Like, oh, you're gonna do hair?
Yeah. Why you couldn't you couldn't get into college? Listen, I own a bigger house than everyone on my freaking street and I'm just a stupid hairdresser. So whatever. You know what I mean? Like I can't.
I think this industry will give you what you put into it.
Truly. For
the industry.
Yeah, no, it's true.
But I never like you talked before about like the branches and the hair, like that just never got me.
Well, and I've worked the hair shows. I've been on the stages, you know what I mean? And so that was where for me, I think because I've been exposed to that and I know, I know the mythology that goes into the creations, right? And I know that you're not taking this home and building your business with this. This is inspiration to get you excited about being a hairdresser, but it's not preparing you for when you get back to make more money in less time. It's not teaching you and showing you how to do more give more while doing less. It's not showing you how to like calm your nervous system down enough to pay attention to what you're doing and actually finish what you start. Like those are the things that I've learned along the way that truly matter. Right? That truly matter in our industry. And now that's not to say that the hair shows aren't fun. Hell yeah, they're fun. There's a time and a place for everything, right? I love going to a hair show and collaborating and seeing all the hairdressers and the sea of black. And, you know, it's like walking into the freaking Grammys and everyone's dressed and it's so fun. That's who we are. But in the end, right? We need more than that. So, and I think that's where like your education comes in and my education comes in and so many others out there that for me, it really is the ones that are in our like decades of experience.
Yeah. You teach what you needed.
I'm teaching to the younger version of myself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because we went through so much pain and like, I hope no one ever has to deal with this again.
100%.
So I'm going to let them know.
Well, and you know what? You're fucking welcome that we went through what we did.
Yeah. James.
Sorry. I love Jesus, Nick, but I'm trying not to say that.
I love how you look towards the door because I'm right next door to you instead of just talking in the mic.
He used to be across me, but you moved him. So he's in a different room now.
You're like, where are you at, buddy?
Yeah, he's like, hey, James.
I forgot
I can hear everything that you're saying. Foils and Focus, Trish, Sally, do you think stylists put too much pressure on going viral versus just being consistently great in their local market? Curious on your take.
Yes. I don't even have to think about that. Yes, 100%. Here, when I meet people sometimes for the first time, the first thing out of their mouth 9 times out of 10 is, oh my God, I have to get better at social media. Right? That's their first response. And here's my question. Why? Why do you have to get better at social media? What does that mean to you? And to most hairdressers, because of what our industry has been presented to be now online, is that you haven't made it unless you go viral, right? And unless, and it's like, whoa, well, why though? Why do you want to go viral? Why do you want more followers?
Yeah.
I'm sorry?
You can't do the world's hair.
Well, you just really can't. And guess what? Going viral isn't getting clients in your chair.
Yep. It's not money. There's no connection.
That's not what it is. I'm going to tell you something. I know people with 500 followers that are making way more money, that are way more booked, that are way more established than hairdressers that have 500,000 followers on Instagram. So listen, I'm not saying that there isn't something, to be said for having a larger following and putting in the work and going viral. That's all great. But if your goal is to grow a business behind your chair and be recognized in your own community and to build new clients, Instagram isn't the only way. Going viral isn't the only way. It's just not. I just personally started working with a company that they do all this research and they get you at the top of the search engine. And what's really been discovered through market research is that if you are looking to grow business behind your chair, guess what? 85% of our clients are still looking on Google. They're not even looking for a new hairdresser on Instagram. They're looking on Instagram for inspiration. Right? They're not necessarily only looking there to find a new hairdresser. Now, can you get new clients? Absolutely. I have people that message me daily wanting to get into my chair. But the reason for that is because I've built a reputation as an authority in my industry. Okay. They, for some reason, believe I know what I'm doing. God bless them. All right. That's the reason why. But the reality of it is you don't need to go viral around the world. You need to be seen in your area.
Yeah. So, and when you show up on Instagram the right way, they find you on Google, they go to your page because of that to check you out. And if you have if you're consistent and you show up, whether you have 500 followers or 5,000 followers, it's irrelevant. It's, oh, she's consistent. Oh, she likes this. Oh, she does Pilates. Oh my God, look at that hair. That's my neighbor. That's my friend's cousin. They look at your feed. And if you're trustworthy and you have some idea of what you're doing behind the chair, you're not just.
It goes back to your authentic self, truly. I mean, it's just what people want to know the person a little bit before they get into the chair. And it's that creating some of that human connection. And that's where like creating video content, showing up, letting people hear your voice. That's really important. I will say that if we are going to use our social media to get to know the people in our area and things like that, and to be seen, people want to hear your voice. They want to develop a connection with you. And that's really tough to do through just pretty hair pictures.
I think going live is the king of social media today.
1,000%.
AI, I could take an AI person and this whole thing could be fake, but because we're live, it's really hard to fake AI.
Agreed.
At least right now.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, right. At least right now until next month. Oh my God.
Very shortly, it won't be.
Yeah.
It's terrifying.
All right, James.
Okay. For both
you good on time for more questions?
Yeah.
All right, good.
We got, what is the one thing the beauty education industry gets completely wrong about preparing stylists for success?
I think I lost you guys. Wait, I didn't hear it. I'm sorry. Do it one more time.
What is the one thing the beauty education industry gets completely wrong about preparing stylists for success?
You go first, Nick.
I think the switch needs to be, you have to build the businessman before the business plan. And I think that self-development and having the proper mindset and understanding who you are as a human being, as an individual, that's going to take you way further than spending 6 months on a business plan from the business perspective. And it's not just about hair. Like, hair is one facet of it.
Yeah.
The art of influence and having the ability to be likable and learning the 5 love languages and understanding that your client's needs go beyond what she's asking for. She may just have a really hard day and be going through some shit, and she doesn't want to cut bangs and she doesn't want to go red. So having the ability,
doesn't want a wolf cut right now.
Yeah. And learning the ability to communicate with people on a human level. If you learn that and master that, your career would be amazing.
Yeah. No, I definitely agree with that. I think the other thing is that I see so many people that say, well, we didn't learn this in school and we didn't learn that in school and like this and that. And here's, I think what's really important for us to remember is beauty schools and barber schools, their only requirement is to teach you how to pass state board. That's it. If you learn more than that, wonderful. Okay, wonderful. There are some incredible beauty schools out there teaching a lot of things beyond that, but not that many. Okay, I teach at beauty schools sometimes. Okay. And so I think that the disservice that I think is done is that so many young people coming straight out of school are told to go straight into suites, or they're told to go and they're not allowing themselves the gift of learning from those that have been in the industry for a while. And it's just because you finished, say, beauty school, okay, you're not done. right? You're not done. And so I think it's like we're in this world of, it's like, and this is how I say it, we're in the world of 10-minute color, right? And so it's like we want it done and we want it all and we want it now and we want it fast, and we don't care how it gets there or what it does to the hair along the way. Right. And I'm not saying 10-minute color is bad. Don't misunderstand me. There's pros and cons to it, but there's some crazy shit that happens along the way to get gray covered in 10 minutes. Okay. It just is. It's the science. Okay. So that's the same with our industry. Taking the time, get yourself into a salon where they're producing what you want to know, where they have a training program. Maybe get yourself mentored under someone that's in a suite that is making a shit ton of money, that isn't working 500 hours a week in order to survive, that is able to produce and do these things. So it goes, you are who you hang out with. And I think that's the beauty of our industry, is that, you know, we have so many opportunities for this hands-on learning experience that the expectation to know it all and know it now and think you're going to learn it by watching a few YouTube's videos, I just don't think that's reality. You know, I'm not saying, I mean, it's a beautiful thing. It's a gift. I didn't have it. I wish I would have had the gift of social media and YouTube and all of these things. I think it would have helped me to move along much more quickly, right? As an additive, as an additional resource. What's that?
We had VHS tapes.
I mean, listen, I was around even before VHS tapes. So like, I'm just saying, okay. I think, I don't know if that answers the question from my own personal perspective, but I think if we give ourselves the grace, we need to give ourselves the grace of time and of learning and just really of knowing, like even myself, I don't think I know everything. I'm still learning, and I'm a teacher. Right. I now have evolved into full-time education.
And there's no one way to get one result in our industry. Like, so if everyone's out there saying this is the only way, stay away from that person.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And I think it's just being open, you know, it's being open to always be learning, and also being open to maybe making some mistakes, you know, letting yourself evolve. And I think that also goes with salon owners too. Like I've seen throughout the years, like I've had salon owners reach out to me and they'll be like, oh, these new kids, they come out of school and they have the audacity to charge $400 and they think they're worth it and this and that. And I'm like, so where's that? What's that? That's coming from a place of you don't feel that you're good enough to be able, and you're pissed that they're doing it because they have the confidence in themselves to be able to do that. You know what I mean?
Oh, I hear it all the time.
Yeah. And so, and that's like wild to me. And it's like, we need to evolve with our industry and evolve with what's happening. And it's like, they're not the enemy. It's like, what are they doing that I'm not doing? Cause I want to be doing that.
Yeah.
So I think that's the mindset we have to have in our industry from the very beginning. What are they doing that I'm not doing? Because that's what I want. And you surround yourself with those people. And you don't sit in the back room and gossip and bitch and complain that you're not busy, because that's why you're not busy. Done.
These new kids that come out and do that, I truly admire them, because in my era, it was like we would underprice people. We were scared to charge what we're worth. We had the voice in their head like, oh, it's just a haircut. And so they, like, there's a balance between what they do, where we came from. You marry the two of them. And then I think you have the ultimate way to price and charge and the belief system.
1000%. There's a place for all of us.
James. Last question.
Both of you have built serious personal brands. At what point does a stylist need to start treating themselves like a brand? Is there a specific milestone by scaling Petra?
Today. Like, you are a personal brand.
Yeah, like, immediately.
It's not, you're not an influencer. Like, don't think of it by being an influencer. You're a personal brand in your community. You're a personal brand for whoever you're serving, and they have to know, like, and trust you to make a decision to come to you to get their hair done.
Yeah.
And if
there is a difference between a brand and an influencer.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
today is immediately.
I don't want to influence anyone. I don't want to be an influencer. I would like to have influence on people, but having a personal brand, I feel is way harder than being an influencer.
Well, here's the thing.
I think an authentic influencer would be different, but a personal brand is like, that goes years beyond you. Like The Rock is a personal brand.
Oh yeah. Right.
He's not just an influencer. Like, he has a tequila company, he has his movies, and But what were you gonna say? I'm sorry.
Well, no, I was just going to say that like we think influencer means you have hundreds of thousands of followers and like all of this stuff. But the reality of it is if you have one follower, you are a person of influence.
Yes.
And we need to take that very, very seriously. And that's a responsibility that I hold in a very, very high regard. And there's responsibility that comes with that. And so I think that if we look past the influencer title, right? And when we're moving into when do we start building a brand? How do we build a brand? Your brand is who you are and what people can expect from you. And you need to live that, right? You need to live that. And I think that you do that as soon as you enter this industry. And then, of course you can evolve from there. And it doesn't have to be all over social media to have a brand.
No, not at all. A personal brand is it's hard because when you think about being an influencer and personal brand, there's certain things that I post or I don't post because I'm like, I still have this brand I'm trying to build. I do want to be authentic, so I drop them every now and then. But
I love when you do that shit, and I know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
and I love it. I always heart them in your stories.
I know, I see them, but I'm like, oh my god, like people are so blind. I'm like, to certain things that are happening in today's politics world, whatever it may be. So I like to use, once my platform's bigger, I'll probably go back to that again. But that's how I met James, not met James, but my original thing during COVID, I'm not sure if you know this. I was in the news, Fox, CNN. We opened my salon because of the shutdown. I told the governor to go fuck off.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, we're opening up anyway. Like you can't shut us down. Like liquor stores are open.
Right.
And so my salon where I'm at now became a private membership association.
So that's so interesting to me. And I definitely want to pick your brain about that because I love it. But that might be for another conversation.
Yeah.
What's that?
I didn't have a state board. I didn't have a state board license here when I first opened.
Yeah.
So I wound up suing the Attorney General and the Board of Cosmetology because they told me I need a license. I'm like, I don't need a license. I have the First Amendment, which is a right to peacefully assemble. My 14th is the right to private contract. We're not doing hair over here. That's one of the activities that we have, but that's not the sole purpose of us gathering together. And so long story short, we wound up settling out of court and I wound up, getting a license because I didn't need it anymore. COVID was already here.
Yeah.
But I was very outspoken back then. And one of my friends was like, hey, if you want to build a personal brand, take your foot off the gas a little bit and then become someone who can actually, because you're going to get blacklisted everywhere you go.
Right. Right.
It's very difficult to bite your tongue sometimes, but eventually, it's like when you hear the celebrity talking about ICE on a award show.
I know.
Just thank the person for the award. You sang a great song.
That's not why we're here.
Like, let's just keep it moving here.
Well, that's like for me, people reach out to me a lot and they'll say like, thank you for sharing, your faith and this and that. And I didn't always do that. Right. I didn't always do that. I think it's when and it's not because I had less of a faith then. I think it's when you evolve into a place of, I don't care.
I don't care.
I just don't care. If you don't want to follow me, that's okay. You know what I mean? Because God will replace them with people that do. I just believe it. It's just what it is.
Faith is important. I'll send you a passage when we go off the call. My wife got this book and it was like a decorative book and she like buy shit online. I'm look at the mantle. I'm like, oh, what's this book? And she's like, don't touch it. Like she had it spaced out 3 inches from the right, 4 inches from the left. It was like perfectly centered. I was like, what are you yelling at me for? The first page I flipped open to was take God as your partner in all you do in life. And it was like, I was going through a hard time and I was reading through it. I was like, I could even cry just thinking about it. I was like, that page opened up for me the second I needed it. Yeah. I was like, holy, and she got that book from some weird outlet. It was supposed to be a decorative book, but it was actually a real book. I was like, that's not a sign. Holy shit. I don't know what is.
I love it.
And since that moment in time, I read that book or that page in the book, my stress just went away. I was like, oh, God's my partner. Like, you may try and screw me over, but you're not.
You don't have a better partner.
Yeah.
You don't have a better partner. I love it.
My followers obviously probably know who you are, but for anyone watching right now, if they're on YouTube and they don't know who you are, which is rare, tell us your Instagram handle. How can we find you? What classes do you have coming up that people can attend?
Okay. So my Instagram, TikTok handles are Cleveland Hair Boss. And I have a education brand company called Hair Boss University. So you can find me on hairbossuniversity.com. And you can go to the link in my bio on Instagram if you want to see any of my online education. But I have 3 classes coming up. One of them is already sold out. It's going to be we have a mutual friend in Cary, North Carolina. So my March 3rd or May 3rd class is already sold out. But I have a class March 16th coming up. I have a few tickets left in North Carolina, Raleigh, North Carolina, and then in Cleveland, Ohio on April 20th. And so I am in the process of scheduling for next year. I'm going to be in Syracuse in 2 weeks, I think. And it's a private class, but she's willing to open it up to some people if they would like to come and join.
You could use my salon here in Fairfield or even Florida
Well,
too.
that's why I started that conversation with you. Do you like, where's your salons at? And so I would love to.
Yeah,
that would be great.
I'm close to New York. I'm in a pretty good area. Like it's
Let's
really
do it.
accessible to the major highways.
Who wants me, Cleveland Hair Boss, to come to Nick's salon and then he's going to do a guest appearance?
Yeah, I'll talk there too.
Look, I've already got him to say it live online.
Yeah, I think it'll be awesome. I think
love it.
we need that, especially in our area,
I'd love
because
to.
we have so many overfoilers.
Wait, where are you at?
I'm in New Jersey. I'm in Fairfield.
Yeah, but where is that? Where, you know what? I just taught in Rockaway
Oh,
at East Coast Salon.
I live the next town. Oh, East Coast. It's Ray's place.
Yeah.
So Ray and I used to work together.
She told me that. She said,
Yes.
you are just wonderful. And so
Yeah.
I said, I know, I love him.
Yeah.
And so
she has-
I taught at
she has a
her
great
salon in October, I think it was. Yeah, in October. But I would love to come back. Love.
I love what she's doing. Like her personal
God.
brand in terms of attracting stylists to her team is like exactly
kidding?
what I teach. She's
It's
awesome.
incredible. And her freaking coffee bar and all the things. Listen.
Yeah.
I don't know how she does it. I think she's superhuman,
She
actually.
gets a lot of hate too online. It's funny. to
I
watch
know
that.
she does, and she's hilarious, and she doesn't give a shit.
Yeah.
She'll tell you right where to go, and I love
Yeah.
that. And she loves Jesus, so it doesn't mean that, you know what I mean? Just because you don't take shit doesn't mean that you don't love God. Let's just call
Yeah.
it what it is. You know,
Well,
like people
Jesus
think-
was flipping tables.
listen, right?
Flipping tables.
That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. Especially what's going on in the world today. We won't touch on it, but Jesus
We
gave
put
me a
on the
call.
armor of God over here.
And listen. A
A lot of people got to feel the wrath.
I know.
Yeah.
It's kind of scary
All
out
right.
there.
Sally, it was a
This
pleasure.
was fun.
Yeah, we gotta
Thank
do it
you.
again sometime.
I would love that.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you want to ask either of us a question, go to Instagram, DM us. I'm sure we'll get back to you as soon as we can.
Yeah.
and get you
Thanks
an
for
answer
hanging
for that.
out with us.
Yeah, no, it was definitely fun. This was a long time overdue. So it was a pleasure.
Yes. Yes.
Do it again
was.
soon.
All right,
I
and then
would love
connect,
that.
We'll connect about the class over here in New Jersey.
I'm going to message you as soon as we hang up.
Please. All right.
Okay.
All right. I'll see you later.
All right. Bye.
Bye-bye.